Today, you'll hear an incredible story about a little girl who managed to find common ground with wolves. This case really stirred up the internet users, and many even compared it to the events of Mowgli. Watch this video till the end, because it seems to be very interesting. She grew up with wolves from the age of 3. It's been about 5 years since they lived together, says her father. The wolves and the girl Boa spent their entire childhood together. My cute brothers with big teeth. That's how she affectionately calls them. However, the little Korean girl understands that they can hurt her and tries to be as careful as possible during meals. I have to throw the meat to them as quickly as possible, because they might bite my hands if I keep holding it, the girl says. The most playful of all predators is actually a wolf and sheepdog hybrid, possessing the wolf charisma and friendliness of a dog, the man says. There are 3 wolves and 3 wolf dogs. They act cute, even though they look scary. But that doesn't bother Boa in any way, the girl's father admits. The only female in the small pack of wolves is a white dog. Don't worry, she'll be fine. If anything, she'll be able to defend herself. It is noteworthy that all wolves avoid eye contact with her. Perhaps this has something to do with the fact that she is the only female in the pack. Although the father tries to awaken the hunting instincts of his pets, he doesn't always succeed. It happens that the wolf, looking at the meat, curls up in a corner like an offended child and snarls angrily at his prey. For today, perhaps hunting practice has come to an end. Boa loves to feed her furry brothers. Afterward, when she's certain that all the wolves are fed, she reads books to them, and they listen to her calmly and attentively, without interrupting. It looks insanely touching. "Where are we, Boa?" someone of the adults asks her. "This is our playground. Created by nature," the girl answers excitedly. Indeed, nature has done its best. Here, any flat object turns into a children's sled, on which one of the wolf brothers gladly rides her. They even share flakes of snow. "I hope they grow up healthy and friendly," the man says. "I would like them to be the most amazing," the girl shares her dream. "I also hope that they'll become reliable protectors for little Boa and live happily ever after." Friends, write in the comments how you feel about this kind of relationship between humans and predatory animals. For instance, I wouldn't risk letting wolves get so close to my little daughter, even if they wouldn't pose any danger to her. And while you're writing your opinion, we move on to the next episode of this amazing story: the birth of a new puppy. You're probably wondering, what kind of puppies are these? The already familiar head of the family has answered that question. These puppies are the results of a breeding between the Chinese hunting dog breed, Punsang, and a wild wolf. Don't underestimate them. They may look like mongrels chewing raw chicken, but they also have wolf blood in their veins. Let me show you the teeth of this 2-month-old wolf dog. Like father, like son. Unlike a family of pure wolves, this one has almost no problems, the man continued. Meet Nixun and Noiksek, a couple of wolves who are currently experiencing a hard time in their lives. The fact is that Nixun has been eating very poorly and not moving much for the past few days. The female has significantly grown her breast and abdomen. Therefore, we decided to check one of the versions with the help of a thermal imaging camera. The hunch turned out to be correct. The female is pregnant. I wasn't completely sure about it. It was hard to conclude that she was pregnant just by looking at her belly. But now, thanks to this device, everything is crystal clear. Now Boa will have nephews, admits a happy Samjo. I'm trying to warm the place where she will give birth. I hope she will be comfortable in childbirth, and her pups will like it too, says the girl. The pair of wolves also seem to have begun preparing for a delivery and setting up a future home for the newborns. I think they're getting ready to give birth. They can protect their cubs from other animals or enemies if they dig a burrow. It's also protection from winds and rain. It's warmer inside, and their future offspring can grow in safety, the vet explains. Just look at how diligently and sparingly they prepare for this important moment. What is most striking is that the male, understanding Nixun's situation, took all the hard work himself. Sliding his paw along the back of his beloved, he seems to be telling her, "Have a rest, my dear, I can do it myself." Just like humans. Boa can't wait to see the newborn. She crawls deeper and deeper through the long, sandy, and earthy corridors. But for some reason, when she gets to the end, she doesn't find anyone. A month later, the film crew visited the family again, hoping to see the little wolf cub, but it wasn't meant to happen. Unfortunately, Nixun had a miscarriage, Samjo said. That's terrible, considering the way the couple had worked preparing for the birth. They never got out of their burrow that ill-fated night, and cried without coming out of there for days. All of us were grief-stricken, especially Boa, the man recounts. I visit Nixun every day, and every time I feel like she's about to cry, admits the girl, who grieved no less than anyone else. Wolves are great parents, which makes them very sensitive and difficult to deal with a miscarriage. Even if they give birth to another pup, it's not certain they can fully make up for the bitterness of the previous loss in this way, the vet explains. The only good news in this story is that the other animals delivered successfully and gave birth to small and fluffy wolf dogs. This was a slight consolation to Boa, who was heartbroken. I hope everything turns out well for this couple in the future. In the meantime, we have come to the final part of our story. This time, a wolf named Me is preparing to give birth. She has even managed to dig a burrow. The howling of wolves indicates that the birth is about to begin. The exhausted young mother makes the last effort so that the cub will finally come into the world. So she starts to lick her puppy, who hasn't moved yet, excitedly and at the same time, gently. After a couple of moments, it shows vital signs. But for me, this is just the beginning. After 8 agonizing hours, as many as 6 more cubs have been born, but none of them have had their umbilical cord cut yet. She can't cut the umbilical cords of her pups right now because it might put them in danger, explained Samjo. The man realizes that Mi, who is completely exhausted after giving birth, isn't able to do it, and decides to take the initiative. But look at the reaction of the female. Despite being completely exhausted, she growls at Samjo. But the most important thing now is to finish the job. Otherwise, the newborns may get hurt. Still, on the second try, the man manages to take the puppy and, with Boa's help, cut off its umbilical cord. Mi gets her cub back safe and sound. He is now safe and, most importantly, close to his mother. Their eyes should open in 5 days, and I think the pup should be wandering around the yard in a month, Samjo hopes. Friends, write in the comments your impressions of this incredible, and in some places, touching story. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel so we can continue to publish the most amazing stories about animal-human interactions for you. Thanks for watching.